On this edition of Street Kung Fu, we're going to teach you how to do a spinning heel kick in combat. Stick around. What's going on, YouTube fam? This is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy here, coming at you once again for Street Kung Fu with my assistant as always, Isaac Jones. And today we're going to work on a spinning heel kick and trying to get it off in a combat situation, whether it's on the street or in a combat sports scenario, either MMA or kickboxing or sparring and tournaments and stuff like that, which is usually the most common place you'll find them. In the beginning is in the tournaments. You know, a lot of times in combat sports, like in kickboxing and boxing, fighters get a little skittish on using anything that spins outside of a spinning back fist or a spinning elbow. And in my personal and humble opinion, you know, if you're going to practice these things throughout your entire career, I don't see the point on not doing it when you need to do it. You know what I mean? In combat scenarios, obviously you got to time it properly. You've got to wait for your opportunity. You can't just go and throw it whenever you feel like it, unless you're so fast that, I mean, there's no way not to hit. But you have to paint by numbers on this, guys. You got to drill it. You have to drill the basics, where we're going to go over here in a second. And then you can move on to this, I guess you can call it an intermediate level kick, you know, because most beginners, you know, they can't spin around and hit something to save their life. Okay, so Isaac's going to be using what affectionately in the martial arts world is called a pork chop, but it's a dual-sided clapper. This particular one, because it's dual-sided, when you kick it, it will make a clapping sound. Now this one is provided by Century, my good friends over at Century Martial Arts Supply. And if you want to check out the review I did for them on this, you can go to their website, centurymartialarts.com, century.com, and check out my review on it. But in this particular case, now I can throw it pretty high, okay? And I can throw it in different variations. But for beginners, you want to start out, you know, nice and low, about chest height, you know. And I always tell my guys to hold it upright like this until I start getting a little bit higher. Then you can point it outward, okay? But when it's low, hold it upright. Now, the reason why you want to hold it upright is because if you hold it low here, in my experience, you know, when you're this close, if you hold it low, you're going to end up hitting their hand. And you want to hit this, okay? So when you go here nice and low, you go around, all right, and you pull it and hit it, all right? So you go the other way, okay? So that's doing it nice and level with the chest. So you want to start with a simple hook kick, all right? Now, for those who don't know how to do a hook kick, I'm going to teach you to start the most basic of ways of doing this. All right, so you want to stand facing away, okay? Depending on which side you're using. I'm using my left, so I want my left close to the pad facing away from it, okay? I don't want to start here just yet. I want to just face away from it. This is just learning the basics, all right? And then you're going to take your right foot, you're going to turn it on a 45-degree angle or even a 90-degree angle, all right? And then you're going to lean onto it. You're going to chamber, okay? And then you're going to hook out. So chamber, hook out. Lean back, okay? Keep your knees bent. Even your plant leg, you want your plant leg bent, not locked out, okay? So you're going to chamber, boom, pull it. Now, I was always taught by my instructors, you know, whether it was Taekwondo, karate, or Kung Fu especially, if I can do it here, I want to be able to hit back out, all right? Now, the reason for that isn't so you can do a fancy double tap kick, all right? There's not going to be any power in that in reality, okay? that's just flash, and flash is trash without the drills, all right? So what you want to do that for is to basically learn how to control your leg, all right? You want to be able to control your leg, boom, boom, all right? So if you can control that, then you'll be able to do a hook kick by itself with no problem. Now that is the next drill. For now, just get your leg up, boom, lean back and pull. That's it, all right? Straight, parallel to it, look at it, change your foot, 90 degree or 45 to 90 degrees, all right? Lean on it, lift, boom, all right? Use your hands to balance yourself, all right? Keep doing it. I would say, I usually have him do about 500 of a new kick on each leg every night for 30 days. That way he gets used to it. But if you're not that dedicated, do at least 50 of them per session. You know, it's super simple. You know, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 50. All right? And do both sides, all right? I usually train my left side twice as hard as my right because I'm right-handed, all right? So with my right side, I do the same thing, but with my right side, I have way more control, all right? I can boom, boom, all right? Nice and easy, all right? So when you do it, you just wanna boom, all right? Get a nice lean, reach, boom, all right? All this, I usually tell my students, you know, over-exaggerate the motions at first, you know, till you get it, really over-exaggerate it. I wanna go here, do this, all that. Make them over-exaggerate it. That way they get comfortable with their different parts of their body moving. Does it look pretty? No. But they get used to different parts of their body moving at the same time. You know, you don't need to kind of go all super wide, but just boom. Make sure it goes nice and doesn't have to be pretty. All that stuff like that. After a while, they get used to moving and doing that when they finally go, everything moves in unison, okay? So now you keep doing that and keep doing that until you get it a nice, good snap, all right? And it just, that's it, all right? So then you can go a little higher, all right? And then you just, boom, you get up higher and higher and higher and keep going, all right? Now that will turn into, all right, a spinning heel kick, all right? Now when you do a spinning heel kick, let's say I'm doing it with my right leg on this one, okay? I want my left foot in front, okay? And then I want to turn punching to my right, okay? So when I do it, I want to be able to go from a jab or a hook, boom, and hit, okay? So again, hook, boom, okay? So that's it. Now you've got hook kicks or, you know, windmill kicks, which, you know, you get those really big ones where you can start with your right leg in front and then you just go boom, boom, boom. And what you do is you lock your leg out and just really like rainbow it, okay? Now, I prefer the sharp hook kick for combat. For stunt work, when I'm doing fight scenes and stuff like that, then it depends. Depends what the scene is calling for, depends on what, you know, my coordinator's asking for, or my fight coordinator, or if I'm the one designing it, depends on what the script's asking for. So if it's meant to be really fancy and pretty, I'll do a fancy pretty one. If it's asking for really rough and rugged, then I'll do a really rough and ugly one, okay? So it all depends, but the more control you have over your leg, you can do whatever you want, okay? So in combat, like I said, I'd rather do it off a punch, all right? I rarely, in a combat scenario, will do a spinning kick like this one by itself, okay? I'll never go here and then go, ha, 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 and then do all that stuff. that's tournament setting. If it's a Taekwondo style tournament, then you got a lot of other stuff going with it, like flutter kicks and stuff like that. And those guys, that's all they do is just use their feet all the time. So, you know, they're and autobahns and stuff like that. They jump, 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 jump. Now, if I'm in a kickboxing match or an MMA match, for instance, you know, anything goes when it comes to that. So if I do that and I kick, boom, and I miss, I'm wide open because I still haven't set myself back in place, okay? So if I kick, all right, and I go, whoosh, and all that stuff, he's coming right in. Like, if I missed, he's coming right in, bang, 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 okay? MMA, he may come right in and just tackle me, you know? So you gotta be very, very, very careful and very aware of your situation, all right? Even on the street. On the street, I'm not gonna do that. I might throw a spin kick. Guess what? He just backed up 3 feet, pulled something out, click, click, boom. Or click, stab, you know? So keep that in mind. You don't wanna do fancy things unless you know you can pull them off 100%. You have to wait for the right time. All right. So again, if I'm in an MMA match or a kickboxing match, I'll never do it by itself, you know, unless I want them to back up for whatever reason. All right. I won't do it after another kick either. Like, I won't do what you'll see like in a movie where you'll do, you know what I mean? Where you see roundhouse to the head and then spinning heel kick to the head. I won't do it like that. It takes too much time, and if I do something like that, where I throw a roundhouse to the head and I miss, if I do another spinning kick, which usually I honestly, I know it's gonna sound like I say don't do it, but I usually will do a spinning back kick, not a spinning hook kick or heel kick. All right. The reason for it is because once I'm done and my foot's here, I'm already in position for this. And if I see them coming in, I can just boom, straight back. They will more likely back away when they see that one coming versus coming straight through. Because if I do a spinning heel kick off of that and they're already coming in, they could duck it or even just get past my foot. Once you get past the strike point of any kick, and when I mean strike point, I don't mean the strike point on their body. I mean the strike point on my leg. All right, so for instance, a roundhouse. If I'm doing a roundhouse to the leg, body, or head, if they get past my shin and go into my knee or thigh area, that kick has no power. Okay, it won't have any power. And you know, before somebody says, yeah, but they're gonna get hit with the knee, it's not a prepared knee. It's not sharp and ready to strike. It's not ready to go. It's literally in the most dangerous form it can be in, which is locked out in a lot of cases, or if not locked out, it's slightly bent. Either way, it's still compromised. It can still be damaged in that particular, setting. So if I come in and he goes past it, boom, I'm stuck. He just got hit with a nice soft thigh, and he's so close to me, he can devastate me from wherever he wants, stomach, head, throat, if it's on the street, whatever, growing, he can trip me, he can slam me, he can do whatever he wants from there, because once he gets past, he's got everything here. Look, I'm already falling back, he's got everything, okay? So you gotta be very, very careful. And the same goes when you're doing a spinning kick. If I do a spinning kick, all right, I'm gonna windmill it, just step right in, watch. Boom, he can catch it. Is he still gonna get a little bit of the strike? Yeah, but it's not enough to hurt him, no matter how fast it comes. It's not enough to hurt him. He's gonna be right in on the soft part of my thigh. He can lift me up and just boom on the ground if it's somebody like that brutally strong, okay? So keep that in mind. So again, you wanna either jab or hook and spin and do it, all right? I like to do either one, but I prefer a jab, believe it or not, or what I call my intercepting jab, which is it'll go out and then I'll pull it in like that. You know, it'll go out and pull in, right? So it'd be like, boom. So it's almost like I'm coming in and slapping them in the face. You know what I mean? So it's like 1, 2, right? So I'm hitting, boom, and I hit. I'll snap and I'll pull it back. So it basically just, you know, all right? So it's almost like a hook in a way, but it's not coming really far out. So it's not going to be one of these big wide hooks, and it's not a tight hook. It's literally, it's jabbing like that. So it's going straight and then pulling in. So when I do it, I'll go boom and just kick them. You see what I'm saying? So always set it up. I don't like kicks from anywhere but a setup. I want to set them up. Again, unless it's fight choreography for a film or TV show, that's different. You can do whatever the hell you want in reality. You know, you can do the craziest, trickiest move and make it look good and get somebody to go, oh my God, man, that's crazy. Yeah, because it would never really work. That's why it's crazy. But it's great to watch, great to look at. None of us like watching a superhero movie or a martial art movie or just an action movie in general and see real fighting. Real fighting is not pretty. Even combat sport fighting, it's not pretty. It's gruesome, brutal, and continuously gruesome, brutal. Like we're trying to tear each other's heads off. You know what I mean? So, and when you're doing fight choreography, then you know we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do all these 100 different moves and make it look like it's devastating our opponent, and it's not even touching them. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. All right, so practice it. Again, start off with the leg you're kicking with in front. Start off low, boom, 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 boom. All right, go a little higher. All right, then snap it. Boom. All right, boom. All right, snap it. Then go from there. Now you put your left leg in front if you're kicking with the right leg. All right, so right there. All right, now use your hands, spin. All right, so what I tell everybody is think about it like you're holding a ball, and you bring it this way, and then toss it the other way. Okay, so again, go here and toss it. All right, so now when you do that here, you know, I go 1. See, bring in the ball, and then I toss it, boom. All right, so again, boom. Woo. Went so fast, I almost lost my own footing. All right, so again, all right, do it nice and pretty. All right, so keep that in mind. You don't ever want to do this without a setup, so remember, practice whatever your favorite punch is. You can even do it from across, boom, and go. All right, just make sure that they react. They got to move, you know, they got to back up a little bit. So when you do this, boom, and you go. All right, so that's my base tutorial for a spinning heel kick and actually a hook kick. All right, spinning heel kick, spinning hook kick, whatever you want to call it. Remember what I said, start from the beginning. Just hook kicks, 50 at a time, each leg. All right, then start spinning with it. Slowly, go nice and slow, step by step. 1, 2, look, lift the knee, hook. All right, 1, 2, lift the knee, hook. When you do it slow, it's not going to be as pretty because you're controlling everything. You're straining to control it. Okay, then once you get used to doing it all, start speeding it up slowly, slowly, slowly. After a while, just the proper technique will give you your speed, your accuracy, and your power. All right, so again, slow, steady, and you will get it. Practice it diligently. All right, comment, let me know how y'all doing with it. All right, step by step, tell me, hey, look, you know, something's not right. I'll give you pointers as best I can over the comments as well. All right, like, you know, hook us up, give us a like or a dislike, let that algorithm know we're alive. All right, share it to whoever you think is willing to learn, and above all, check us out here all the time. We're just coming back. The holidays and a few other things had us going nuts over here, so we haven't uploaded in a minute, but we're getting back to our weekly routine. All right, so subscribe, hit that bell notification so we can let you know when those videos are popping. All right, this is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy, Isaac Jones. This is Street Kung Fu. Check us out.